this. The ground's going to shake, things are going to rumble, and they're going to have an impact on today's game.
Cincinnati Bengals come out. They had a bye in Week 9, and the Bengals and Andy Dalton prepping for a Week 10 Monday night battle against the Giants.
And no one is happy in Cincinnati with their record at 3-4-1, but it's also a team that has great veteran leadership and knows how to win. Think about the division titles that they've won recently, going to the playoffs. They're used to that. This could be the start of a good run for Cincinnati if they play well against the Giants.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there right off the bat. And even 40 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. They'll run for the first time with Hill. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. 1st and 10 for Dalton. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. And a look at the Steelers' defensive unit.
Stephon Tuitt's ability to play defensive end and yet rise up and knock passes away when quarterbacks try to throw them, he makes it hard to get around.
Second down now after the pass completion. The play fake to Hill. Dalton sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
So 1 yard to go here on 3rd down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Well, there they went blitz defensively, Charles, and things were paved well coming from the linebacker position.
I love the way that you described it, paved well. Oftentimes, the guy who gets home on the blitz, he's going to get all the credit. But his teammates did all the dirty work, right? They ran into people on purpose. They sometimes tugged on jerseys to hold linemen to create space and gaps. And that play finished off really, really well. Well conceived, well designed, and even better executed.
And Nugent puts it through. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So they come into enemy territory. Nice drive to start the game, but they probably wanted 6. They only got 3.
I agree with you totally. That's the expectation. When you get the ball and you start moving it and you're rolling, you think you're going to end up in the end zone. But they should be happy with the 3. A good way to get things going here in this game.
Defense showing blitz. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. We said earlier Week 9 was really a defensive battle. And to that point, Le'Veon Bell, 32 yards on the ground, 38 through the air. He was bottled up.
And it doesn't happen often because everyone knows that Pittsburgh's going to use him on the ground, through the air. Yet he still produces big numbers. So Baltimore, with their game plan, executed it almost to perfection.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. On your screen now, here are the offensive starters. At wideout, Antonio Brown is certainly someone that the defense always has to account for.
Without a doubt, a true #1 receiver. It doesn't matter to him how defenses want to cover him. He sees it as a challenge and knows how to defeat them.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. A gain of 7, and they pick up the 1st.
There's no doubt about it. That's just one of the best connections in the league. Big Ben throwing it to Antonio Brown, and Antonio Brown has turned himself into such a player. A low-round draft pick, but you can't beat his determination or work ethic, and Big Ben welcomes that.
And Big Ben won a Super Bowl at 23, youngest ever to do so, has never looked back. And the play clock's running down. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And the Bengals starting defensive unit now.
Vontaze Burfict is a super talent and a fierce competitor. He can do it all at the linebacker position.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Again, it's Bell. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. Good work to pick up situation.
I go all the way back to college with Le'Veon Bell. One of the better body transformations I've seen, from a big, thick power back to the guy we see now who can do everything.
And 2 years ago, of course, last year the injury, but 2 years ago over 1,300 yards. I think they think he can top that this year.
I don't think there's any question about it.
On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. On now, the Steelers' 2nd-year punter. This is Australian-born Jordan Berry. Back deep for the Bengals, Adam Jones. Here's Jones. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Bengals take possession. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Dalton, 1st and 10. On the right side, caught by Green. And he goes out right around the 39. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And over the middle, it's LaFell. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
That was not a completion that results in a highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with the football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 5 here to start things out. They'll come out in the pistol. On 2nd down, Hill trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Passing, it's Dalton. On the screen, Bernard. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
It seems like, and it is a gamble on their side of the field, but they have supreme confidence in picking it up on a quarterback sneak. You can just feel it from this team.
And the defense definitely showing blitz here. So a designed run last play. Now Dalton to pass. He's got his man on the crossing route. It'll be a gain of 4, and it's a 2nd down. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
2nd down, Dalton. And caught, right side, Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to...
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Back to the ground, it's Hill. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. So Jeremy Hill got the call there, and he's trying to pick his yardage back up. 2 years ago, Charles, he was over 1,100. Last year, below 800.
Just never got going with any consistency throughout the 2015 season. You know his determination is sky high for this one.
They run it again with Hill. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, how many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. 1st and goal from the 5. They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
The intensity that Jeremy Hill runs the football with is ideal for goal line situations.
Yeah, he's a bruiser. We may see another dose of him coming up.
Yeah, he's a lot to handle for any defense, especially in tight situations.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They come out here in the eye. And now to the air, Dalton. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Andy Dalton punching it in from a yard away. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Now Mike Nugent for the extra point.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
And after the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Justin Gilbert. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Back onto the field comes the Pittsburgh offense. They've had their struggles, especially recently, even with Big Ben back in Week 9. And, you know, after the game against Baltimore, Antonio Brown said we've got to have guys step up because at times he was triple covered in that game.
So that means Eli Rogers, who actually had a very nice game against Baltimore, over 100 yards in receptions, Darius Hayward-Bay, Sammy Coates, the tight end Jesse James. I think that's who he's talking to. If I'm going to get triple covered, you guys have to make plays. No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 1:57 to go in this first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. And they're going to speed things up here. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. He's got Green. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger throwing the slant pattern here complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. So the D-line's going to spread out. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. On the right side, caught by Green. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the D looking like they may blitz. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Brown, the lone receiver, left. They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darqueze Dennard. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this one.
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. 2nd down, Dalton. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. First and 10 for Dalton. Green's got it over the middle. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And now they're in the hurry-up. And it'll be Dalton again. Green brings it in. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, it's real easy to ascertain that in the game plan, Andy Dalton to A.J. Green was deemed vital.
And it certainly was the focal point of the defense. They just had trouble with it. Most teams do.
Well, that just tells you how good it is.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll see, and Larry apparently very brief in his report. Thanks anyway, my man, as we're already set for action. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know. I
would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Well, Charles, I know last night at the hotel we were going over injuries around the league and then looking at the quote-unquote next man up and who has really stepped in to fill some big shoes this year. Who'd you have down?
Well, Cleveland, it hasn't paid off for them yet, but 6 different guys have thrown passes for them so far. They've got to settle on a starter that they really like. How about in Dallas? I think that's the ultimate one right right there. Dak Prescott stepping in for Tony Romo. Kansas City's had a carousel of running backs with the injury to Jamal Charles.
And one more in Denver. DeMarcus Ware returned in Week 9, but when he was out, who stepped up?
Shane Ray, their first-round draft pick in 2015.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Michael Johnson in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Jones on the return. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Dalton, 1st and 10. And he'll go down at the 28. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd down. They come up in an offset eye. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Flushed out right. Got his man, it's Eifert. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And Nugent puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. A screen to Bell. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a third down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
He's 65. So the offense needing 4 yards. It's third down. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And it's 4th and 4.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
Time running out here on the play clock. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Offense.
Second down, Dalton. On the screen, Bernard. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And they're going to have a third down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done. Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Partner, when you're not able to run the ball successfully, it really messes everything up for an offense because no longer are you setting the tone and dictating the game. If you do want to throw the ball, play action's kind of gone out the window because they don't respect the run. And last but not least, you don't get to dictate it all when you want to throw the football, and that really hurts you as an offense.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. It'll be a 2-yard gain. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Well, kind of interesting for sure. It worked out for them. They only had a yard to go. You know, when you do that fake punt, you're kind of starting back further than you need to when you only have 1 yard.
Yeah, and I guess they felt like that was a true full fake because most of the time with a yard to go, you leave your offense on the field, you run something from your playbook. But here, they gave the full impression they were going to punt it away and picked up the first down. They definitely surprised us.
I was going to say surprise, surprise. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth. And now to the air, Dalton. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. The former Buckeye, Cameron Hayward, in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on third down.
Yeah, they add a DB. Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? He's going to air one out. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Boyd, 63 yards. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Well, that was the fly route for a touchdown, and since he caught that one and scored it, I got to tell the story. Before the game, we were standing there. He was running deep routes, dropped one. It bounced up and just hit me right in the gut, and I said, come on, man, but there was no drop.
Yeah, you okay now?
I'm good.
All right,
I'm good.
We got the ice pack up here. You're just fine. What I loved about it was the subtlety of the route because everyone knows he's fast. They're going to play him for that route first and foremost, but sometimes it's a head fake. It's varying your speed off the line of scrimmage. It's giving the defensive back different angles to think about. Is he going inside? Is he going outside? And then, as you noted, he just took off past him. Oops, there he goes again.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Oh, a design run for their wideout. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. The Bengals with 2 extra DBs. A nickel look on 3rd.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A big play there on the catch and run. 35 yards. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, He's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now Roethlisberger. On the right side, caught by Green. And he'll go down at the 28. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on 4th down. He finds Coates complete. Give him 9 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. And that'll be incomplete. He was trying to find Ladarius Green there as tight end, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They'll pitch it out to Bell. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a nice pickup at 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'll be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
Brown, the lone receiver left. Roethlisberger. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
I think when they get back in the huddle, the question will be, why did you throw that one? The coverage was incredible all over him. The only thing you didn't do after he caught the ball as a defender was get his feet in bounds. That should have been a turnover.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. And it's a fumble. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And he slides to avoid the hit. It's a pickup of 19. And it'll give the Bengals a 1st down.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
They come out here in the now a 1st down carry. It's Hill. And he's brought down. They'll get 19 yards there. And that'll be good enough for a Cincinnati 1st.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, given them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11.
Zebra! Set, wide, 20. Wide, 20. Wide, 20. Dagger. Zebra. Watch the
Oh, passing it. Dalton. And Green with a catch left side. It's an 8-yard pickup, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's third down for this offense. They come out here in the eye. They send Green to the left on his own. Passing, it's Dalton. Green with a catch left side. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
AD to AJ. And it's been like that throughout this game. And I think it's a huge reason why they are in the lead.
I like that. AD to AJ, Andy Dalton to AJ Green. Such a tough cover, and they are proving it here in this one. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Delayed game offense. The penalty is declined.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.